Hey there, in this video I'm going to show you how to get notifications when you get a phone call. So for instance, I use a couple different programs called, one of them is called Vumber and the other one is called Evoice, and in both of these applications you can get an email every time you go ahead and get a phone call. So what I do, and what this is used for me personally, is that when I get a phone call, I want it to be added to my CRM. So I use Podio as my CRM, and these are all missed calls, voicemails from direct mail campaigns. So I've set up a couple different direct mail campaigns with different phone numbers. One of them is a 949 number, one of them is a 310 number. And this way I can track the metrics and the response rate on each one of these campaigns. So for instance, I got something like 90 calls off a 1,000-piece mailing, and that translates into a 9%, actually I think it came to about 10% response rate, because there were about 100 calls that did come in, most of which I deleted some of them because there were some blocked numbers on there. So if you haven't already signed up for Podio, do it. It's a great investment because it's free, and it gives you a tremendous amount of latitude to be able to make changes and customize your application the way that you want and the way that you work. So in this application, what we're going to do is we're going to, because we want our emails to go into this seller leads application, right? This one right here. We don't want it to go into daily calls or Craigslist or contacts. So we want it to come straight into or seller leads. And how we do that is each application has their own individual email address. So you can email to this application, which is really cool. So we're going to be given some options up here. These other options down here, forget those. This is where we want it to be emailed to. That's the email address that we're going to use. So we're going to go ahead and go in and select that. We're going to copy it, and then we're just going to go ahead and close. Also, if you want to, you can go ahead and control how your subject and body maps to the application. So all the different fields, let me click out of here for a second. So you'll be able to control how the number is mapped to these different fields. There's not a lot of control in Vumber, unfortunately, so that's why it maps very strangely. You know, populates the name with the missed call and what number they were dialing. So, but still, that's two very valuable pieces of information. We know what campaign it's associated with, and we know who the caller is. Once we have our email copied, we're going to go into Vumber. We're going to go to settings. So we can send voicemails to your email or your phone. So what I've done here is I've already specified what email that's going to go to. So, and this is how you can be alerted. Send voicemail attachment to my email address. So every time somebody leaves a voicemail, that voicemail is then going to go into It's going to go into this seller lead, and it's going to be sent to you as an attachment right here. How cool is that? So here we are in Evoice, and this is another service that I use. And so here we go. So voicemail. Evoice is going to send it to this email address, and like we've done before, the email address is set up in our seller leads application. And once a new line item is added, it goes, I've set up some automation here in Zapier. So in Zapier, I have an SMS message. So as soon as a line item is added into Podio, I get a text on my phone. And what that text reads is, and then here you can format your text message. So, you know, I've done returns, hard returns on all the text here. So the title is new lead. So every time I get a text that says new lead, it has the title, which is typically their name, phone number, email address, and the property address. The main thing here is that we're getting a text message, we're getting a phone number, and we're able to call back and respond to these people as soon as possible. And why I created this is because I have, when I do these mailing campaigns, I do not want my phone to ring 24/7. I just don't like that. But I like the convenience of having a text message, and this is one of the best ways to help create that solution. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me. My email address is david@reioc.com. Goodbye.